season, Jalen Brunson was the guy you feared late. Fourth quarter, final 5 minutes, game hanging in the balance. He was the closer, the one who turned close wins into guaranteed losses for the other team.
Knicks trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a three. Bang! Jalen Brunson hits the three.
That's why he won Clutch Player of the Year. This season, he's doing that damage in the first quarter. He's not waiting for crunch time to decide games anymore, but that's only part of it. Brunson was already an all-star, all-NBA, already one of the most reliable guards in the league. So this isn't about a breakout, something deeper is changing. Despite lacking elite size, speed, or vertical athleticism, Brunson has continued improving in areas people believed had limits, and now those improvements are stacking. Jalen Brunson isn't a very good player anymore. He's entering a level few players ever reach, where intelligence, skill, and control outweigh physical tools. This isn't a hot streak. These aren't better numbers. And most of all, this is not the same Jalen Brunson.
Knicks down 2. 8 seconds to go. Brunson drives, pulls back, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson knocks it down. And the Knicks take the lead.
Let's start with the numbers. They usually tell a clear story. Last season, Brunson averaged 26 points and 7.3 assists per game, while shooting nearly 49% from the field with an effective field goal percentage above 55%. Efficient, dependable, one of the most reliable offensive guards in the league. This season, the numbers move into different territory. Brunson is averaging 29.1 points per game, ranking 7th in the NBA in scoring, while his efficiency has stayed the same. The only notable dip comes in assists, falling from 7.3 to 6.6 per game, and that's intentional. Brunson is hunting his own shot more aggressively this season. There's a real gap between being an all-star and being a top 10 player in the league. This season, based on both the numbers and how he's impacting the game, Brunson has crossed that line. One of the biggest changes is the coaching shift from Tom Thibodeau to Mike Brown. Brown came in with a clear vision, faster pace, more movement, and a different role for his star. Under Brown, Brunson is scoring more and scoring smarter, averaging a career high in points on career best efficiency mark of 54.6% from 2 and a solid 37.4% from 3 on increased volume. Brown's emphasis on pace, motion, and off-ball activity has unlocked new layers of Brunson's scoring profile. He's attacking defenses before they can load up, finding cleaner looks, and punishing teams that overcommit. Contrast that with last season under Thibodeau. Thibs relied heavily on Brunson to carry the offense, and early on, it worked. The Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns pick and roll was one of the most efficient in the NBA, averaging 1.22 points per direct play entering February. After February, that efficiency dropped sharply to 0.88 points per direct play as defenses adjusted. Opponents started putting wings on Brunson, switching centers onto Josh Hart, and daring New York's secondary options to beat them. Thibodeau never developed a consistent counter, often leaving Brunson to rescue possessions late in the shot clock.
Defensively, 8 seconds. Brunson stops on a dime, launches. Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson buries it!
That pattern carried into the playoffs. Teams blitzed Brunson as soon as he crossed half court, forcing the ball out of his hands. Even when Brunson made the correct pass, it frequently resulted in broken possessions. Under Thibodeau, Brunson also carried an enormous ball handling burden, which ironically muted one of his greatest strengths, his shooting. Despite being one of the Knicks' best perimeter shooters, arguably the best on the roster, he wasn't consistently treated as such. His responsibilities pushed him toward mid-range creation and late clock bailouts instead of catch-and-shoot opportunities. Okay, I'm going to stop you here for a second. If you're still using those regular sportsbook apps, you're getting robbed. I'm serious. Delete it. Delete it now. Because Polymarket have made all of those apps obsolete, and I need to show you why. Okay, let me pull this up. So right now, Polymarket has Houston sitting at 36% to win tonight. And that feels low to me because Houston is bound to make a run and either tie it up or take the lead at some point. So I'm taking that trade right now. and done. And here's what makes this completely different from sportsbooks. Sportsbooks take like $9 of every 100 you win. That's their cut just for existing. Polymarket, 1 cent. Because you're trading against other people, not some platform that profits when you lose. And the cash out thing? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your team goes up 10, you try to lock in your position and they block you. They'll block you dozens of times a game. And if they let you out, they penalise you like 50%. They're holding your money hostage. Polymarket is instant. Momentum swings, you react. Houston goes on a run and jumps from 36% to 46%. You cash out right there. No asking permission, no penalty. You're in control. Polymarket is legal in all 50 states, and they're so confident that you won't go back to sportsbooks that they're giving you $10 free just to try it. No card, no deposit, nothing. Use my code HOOPS10 and follow the link in the description below for exclusive early access and $10 waiting just for you. Stop letting the sportsbooks take your money. So it all comes down to one major tweak. Get Brunson off the ball more, moving within the offense rather than carrying it on his back. His time with the ball per possession has dropped from 8.6 seconds to 7.8, and his isolation rate has dropped from 17.3% to 13.8%. He's still scoring, still orchestrating, but now he's part of the flow instead of forcing it. Last season, he made 58.1 passes per game and received 72.2. This year, 63.8 passes made, 76.3 received. Seems like a small bump, but it's telling. Brunson is touching the ball less in high-stress creation moments, yet more involved overall. Less pick and roll, more motion, more pace. He's up to 4.99 miles per hour on average from 4.65 last year. Over a full game, that adds up to more spacing, more opportunities, more chaos for defenses. This is the first season Brunson has led the Knicks in three-point attempts, cracking 7 per game for the first time in his career. He's attempting over 10 threes per 100 possessions, up 1.7 from last year. The difference is catch and shoot. He's attempting 3.2 per game at a 67% effective field goal rate. Corner threes are up to 1.5 per game at 50%. Brown's motion-heavy schemes have turned Brunson into a multi-tool weapon. He's screening, cutting, spacing, running handoffs, and backdoor cuts, all while staying within the flow. Because he's passing more, moving more, and attacking in rhythm, he's getting cleaner shots, turnovers are down, true shooting is up, and he's maintaining one of the highest usage rates ever. Even when he breaks down a defender, something he's been doing for years, he's doing it with more room and more options. The Knicks are exploiting early clock opportunities and quick half-court sets that catch defenses off balance. Brunson is scoring smarter, faster, and with less risk. The old way worked. Brunson built himself into one of the league's elite offensive players by punishing defenders in the pick and roll and isolations, breaking down the best, the average, even the good enough defenders off the dribble. But here's what separates Brunson from most stars. He didn't resist the change. He didn't cling to what already worked. He embraced it. The unguardable star became even more unguardable. He added layers without losing what made him effective in the first place.
Sometimes when he misses, he does the opposite of celebrate. Right. And look closely with Collins on the floor. Oh my goodness, classic Jalen Brunson.
More off-ball movement and better spacing alone don't fully explain why Brunson feels inevitable this season. There's one change that ties everything together, and once you see it, the numbers from earlier suddenly click. Last year, Brunson established himself as one of the most reliable clutch players in the entire league. New York won 61% of its clutch games, 5th best in the NBA. Brunson shot 51% in clutch time, led the league with 5.6 clutch points per game, and earned the NBA's Clutch Player of the Year award, given to the guy who repeatedly drags his team across the finish line when everything tightens up. He earned it the hard way. Brunson was doing this against defenders 3 inches taller, 20 pounds heavier, throwing everything at him. He did it in the regular season, he did it in the playoffs. A scorer's scorer, a closer's closer. But there's a downside to that kind of brilliance. When your team needs you to save them every night, the margin for error disappears. When the shots don't fall, and sometimes they won't, the game slips away. The Knicks lived on the edge last season, surviving on late-game heroics. This year, Brunson flipped the script. Instead of waiting to haunt teams late, he's been doing his damage early. And because of that, the Knicks don't need as many clutch possessions anymore. Brunson is averaging 10.6 points per game in the first quarters, second most in the league, trailing only Luka Doncic, who has played fewer games. From the opening tip, Brunson has made it a point to set the tone, force defenses into rotation mode early, and tilt games before they ever become tight. A perfect example came in the NBA Cup quarterfinals against Toronto. Brunson scored 35 points, 20 of them in the first quarter alone. Even while his teammates struggled to find rhythm, Brunson kept New York within striking distance. Once those shots started falling, the damage was done. The Raptors never fully recovered, and the Knicks walked away with a 117-101 win. By being more aggressive early, Brunson has helped New York avoid countless unnecessary clutch situations. Games are being controlled, sometimes decided, before the final 5 minutes even arrive. But the clutch assassin never left. Recently, against the Pacers, with New York short-handed and trailing late, Brunson scored 10 points in the first quarter as usual. The game stayed tight. Indiana led entering the fourth. Brunson had one made field goal in the final period until the moment it mattered most. With 4.4 seconds left, he drilled a step-back three over Andrew Nembhard to give the Knicks a 114-113 win. Same killer, new approach.
Seconds to go. Brunson drives, pulls back, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson knocks it down.
So now you're looking at a player who could dominate early, eliminate pressure late, and still close when everything goes wrong. Closers save you when chaos hits. The very best players in the league make sure chaos never arrives. Jalen Brunson has figured that out, and now he can wear both hats whenever the game demands it. You can call Jalen Brunson a unicorn, but not in the way we usually mean it. NBA unicorns are typically something entirely new. A player without historical comparison, Brunson isn't that. The league has spent years trying to move away from players built like him. The modern NBA doesn't favour 6'2" scoring guards. It once did with Allen Iverson and Isaiah Thomas, but things have changed. Teams now prioritise ball handlers at least 6'6" long, switchable, physically imposing. Many teams roll out starting fives when nobody is under 6'5". In that environment, a small guard who scores at Brunson's level has become rare. That's why he slid in the draft. Brunson was the 33rd pick in 2018 out of Villanova, despite winning 2 national championships and a National Player of the Year award. Even with that resume, questions about his size and athletic ceiling followed him into the league. Dirk Nowitzki has since admitted he doubted Brunson could become a franchise centerpiece when he left Dallas in 2022. Since joining New York 4 years ago, Brunson has averaged at least 24 points per game every season. Over the last 3 years, he hasn't dipped below 26. Brunson is averaging 29.1 points per game, and right now, only 6 players in the NBA are scoring more. Of that group, 4 are 6'5" or taller: SGA, Giannis, Luka, and Jaylen Brown. The only 2 guards in that tier close to Brunson's size are Tyrese Maxey and Donovan Mitchell, both listed at 6'2", and even then, they bring athletic tools Brunson doesn't have. Maxey is one of the fastest ball handlers in the league, and Mitchell can jump out of the gym. So when you take a good look at it, Brunson stands apart. He's the smallest player in his scoring class, the least explosive athlete among them, and yet he's producing at near 30 point per game volume on strong efficiency. The way he does it, against longer, stronger, more athletic defenders, makes it even more remarkable. Josh Hart summed it up best. He's able to manipulate a defense, he's got a big head, so he's got a big brain and able to figure out his game and put himself in position to be successful. That ability to manipulate defenders is the foundation of Brunson's entire game. He doesn't win with speed or vertical explosion, he wins with timing. His elite deceleration and change of pace force defenders to guess instead of react. Brunson slows the game down, speeds it up, and freezes defenders in space between those 2 decisions. That's where the advantage is created. His low center of gravity only amplifies it. Brunson stays balanced through contact, pivots cleanly off 2 feet, and maintains body control while defenders are already off balance. Subtle shoulder turns, eye manipulation, and compact fakes create separation without needing a blow-by. And then there's the footwork. Mike Brown has compared his footwork to Kobe Bryant's, not in volume or flair, but in precision and repeatability. Raptors coach Darko Rajokovic has noted that Brunson's pace manipulation resembles Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic more than traditional guards. None of this is an accident. Brunson has been refining this footwork since 5th grade, building a game that ages well, scales against size, and holds up regardless of matchup. That's how a smaller, less athletic guard keeps torching bigger, faster defenders, by controlling the game instead of chasing it. And that's why Jalen Brunson is a modern-day unicorn. Not because he's a physical freak, but because in a league obsessed with length and athleticism, pure skill and basketball IQ still dominate.
Up by 2. Brunson one-on-one with Trent. The head and shoulder fake, and the jumper rattles in.
Individual stats matter, but the real proof is what's happened to the Knicks since Brunson has changed his approach. New York is 2nd seed in the East, and the underlying numbers suggest this rise is no fluke. The Knicks' win rate has jumped from about 62% to 72%, putting them on pace for 58 wins. Offensively, they've taken a massive leap, improving their offensive rating from 118 to 121.7, one of the biggest jumps among elite teams. That kind of growth only happens when a team fundamentally changes how it plays. The net rating tells an even clearer story. Last season, New York posted a plus 4.1 net rating, solid, but not contender level. This year, that number has almost doubled to plus 7.7, currently the 4th best mark in the NBA. That's the profile of a team built to last. And when Brunson fully takes over, the results are overwhelming. The Knicks are 18-6 when he scores 30 or more. His scoring explosions aren't impressive, they're decisive. On the surface, this team doesn't look drastically different from last year's version. Both offenses ranked top 5 through 25 games. Both defenses sat inside the top 15. And the pace hasn't shifted much. 3-point volume is up slightly, paint touches are down, but nothing screams overhaul.
Robinson the save, Brunson fires and rattles it in! Oh, what a play from Brunson!
Yet New York is 3 games better at this point in the season. A weaker Eastern Conference plays a role, but so do the subtle adjustments Mike Brown has made, leaning into Brunson's off-ball shooting, favouring spacing-friendly lineups, and installing a defensive system that maximizes OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. And then there's Brunson's importance. Without him on the floor, the Knicks don't dip, they unravel. When Brunson sits, New York drops to the 48th percentile in points per 100 possessions and the 31st percentile in effective field goal percentage. When he's on the floor, 97th percentile in offense, 89th percentile in efficiency, 91st percentile in point differential at a plus 11.7. Brunson isn't just the Knicks' best player, he's the structure holding the entire system together. The Knicks have won 8 of their last 10 games. Over that stretch, they rank 2nd in the league in offensive rating and 7th in defensive rating. Brunson has had a huge hand in the NBA Cup victory. For 4 straight games, he scored at least 30 points. That included a 40-point demolition of the Magic in the semis and 25 points with 8 assists against the Spurs in 41 grueling minutes. He fended off a Spurs tag team of Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, and Dylan Harper. Then just this week, he had a monster 47 points, 8 assist performance in New York's win over the Heat. No doubt Brunson is playing at an elite level this season, and the Knicks are reaping the benefits. They're the number 2 seed in the East, and after last season's Eastern Conference Finals loss, the goal is clear, the NBA title. The competition isn't too threatening outside of Detroit. Toronto and Orlando haven't shown enough. The Celtics can't win without Jason Tatum. The Pacers are cooked without Tyrese Halliburton, and the Cavs haven't proven themselves yet. Detroit might have the best record, but the Knicks are the team to beat in the East, and they've got Brunson, the kind of player other teams simply don't have. This is a different Jalen Brunson. He's not a clutch closer anymore. He's a tone setter, a pace controller, a guy who decides in the first 5 minutes that he's going to be the best player on the floor and then proves it. And if he wants, he can take over in the last 5 minutes too. The real question now is whether this version of Brunson can sustain it through April, May and June. Playoff defenses are tighter, rotations are sharper, and historically, undersized guards have struggled to be the guy when it counts most. Can Brunson be the exception? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.